Hello ladies and gentlemen, hope you're having a great day and welcome to the Tundra Dude 34 YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you know every time I put up a new video and or live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, it's good to see you today. We are doing a 10,000 mile update on my 2024 Toyota Tundra 1794. This is actually part 2. So at the end of this video, I will put up a link to part 1, which was all the things I love about this 2024 Toyota Tundra 1794. Today is all the things that I hate about it. I feel like these interval updates are very important to you, the viewer, who is potentially looking into a new generation Toyota Tundra, to teach you all the things that aren't just good about it, but some bad stuff. Now, quick spoiler on the video, I have a lot more things I love than dislike, but it's very important that you know both. So I have 9 items and a bonus item of some things I don't like with this 2024 Toyota Tundra, and they go in no specific order, but let's get right to it. Number 1, I think, is one everybody will agree on, and that is the auto stop start feature in this Toyota Tundra. Now, if you have an iForce Max, you don't have to deal with this because you have the battery and the engine will go from engine to battery throughout your driving experience. So there is no auto stop start button for you. If you have the regular 3.4 liter twin turbo V6, you know this is something that many of us turn off the minute we get in the truck. There's a button. It's part of my routine as I'm setting up to drive the truck. I get in, I start the truck, I hit auto stop start off, and I put my seatbelt on. It's just to the point where it's unnecessary to have that button. I don't know why it's here. I think more of us turn it off than not, and it is very annoying, and I absolutely can't stand it. Even though it is part of my routine, I wish it would go away. Let me know what you think about auto stop start button in the comments below. So that's my first one. That's a nice, easy one to get out of the way. Number 2, and this I want to explain a little bit, is the premium auto leveling headlights that are on this truck. It's not that I hate them. They do great for you, the driver. You can see everything. It takes care of, you know, as far as what the level is at. Again, auto leveling. But I find that it blinds other drivers quite a bit. And I start to get to the point when I'm getting behind a smaller car like a Corolla or something, I'm like, oh no, because the lights just, they go right through that back windshield. And many of you will be like, well, I don't care about that as long as I could see great. And I feel you on that. But at the same time, in busy traffic like I'm in around here, sometimes the auto leveling doesn't level down enough. If you're in a lower trim new generation Toyota Tundra or the last generation Toyota Tundra, you have a little manual leveling wheel inside your truck where you can move the beams if they're too high manually. I feel like that's an advantage. I would much rather be in control of my headlight beams. If I'm blinding someone, I could put them way down to not blind anyone until I'm out of that area. So I don't know. I like the premium auto leveling headlights. For me, the driver, I think they do great as far as covering the road. You could see everything. They're very bright, but at the same time, I hate the fact that they blind everybody else and I get flashed and all that. And I would much rather the manual leveling wheel that is in the lower level of the new generation Toyota Tundra and in the last generation. Number 3, and this is more of a visual thing, and many of you talk about this. So this 1794 has the TRD off-road package. When you get the TRD off-road package in Platinum or 1794, you get a TRD grille that's gray. It's kind of like a sparkly gray. If you get the TRD off-road package in SR5 or Limited, it's just a black TRD grille. I don't know how I feel about the gray TRD grille, especially with the setup I have on this. It's a midnight black 1794. It has chrome on it, and it has blacked out wheels. It has some stuff from the TRD off-road package that blacks out, but then it just has this random gray TRD grille. I would much rather the black TRD grille in SR5 and Limited. In fact, I think they should just make the TRD grille that matte black that we see in the lower trims all the way across the board. You guys can let me know what you think about that one. It's just something when I look at the truck, I love the look of this truck, but I wish that grille was a black TRD grille. Here's one for you. This truck was $70,585 on the sticker. That's a very expensive truck. Okay, this is a luxury Toyota Tundra. From the minute I got into this truck, my seat extender didn't work. It was hit or miss. Sometimes it would extend like the thigh support, and sometimes you would hear it, but it wasn't doing anything. In fact, right now, let's give it a test. I'm hitting the button and it's not working, okay? So last time it went in for service, I told my service guy, he said he gets that complaint a lot, and he ordered the part for next time it goes in for service, which will be very soon. But the seat extender, the thigh extender, I guess I should call it, hit or miss, and it's been hit or miss since the day I bought this truck. When I first talked about it on the channel, many of you that own 1794 Platinums or Capstones, you've been like, oh man, I've been dealing with that since day one as well. So that's an actual problem that I hope they fix eventually. The next one has already been corrected, but because this is a 2024, I have to bring it up anyway. And that is the wireless charger. From 22 to 24, the wireless charger in these trucks, it's just not good. You sit the phone on the charger, it starts to charge. The minute you hit a bump, it disrupts the charge. It's just, it's not the greatest charger in the world. I've had a problem with it in all the new generation Tundras that I've owned or driven. I always test it out to see if it got better. The good news is for 2025, they updated the wireless charger. If any of you out there own a 2025 with the wireless charger and you want to let us know, the viewers, how it's going, please, we'd like to see and hear that everything is good now and they actually fixed it. But that proves there was an issue with it if they changed it after a few model years. It just was never good. I've complained about that since day one. Again, this is an expensive truck with a lot of stuff in it and a good amount of technology. Things like this should work with no problem. Moving on down the road, and this is one I feel like I have to show you. The floor mats that come with this 1794 are just not good. They fit the theme. They got the little rug in the middle, the 1794 theme going on, but they just don't have floor coverage. So one thing I absolutely had to do was talk to one of my partners, which is Lasfit. They make automotive lighting, they make bed mats, and they make floor liners for the Toyota Tundra. I hit them up. They sent me some floor liners to show you what they offer as far as coverage on the floor. And as you can see from them, they cover up the side rails down into the footwell perfectly. You don't get stuff under them. You could take them right out of the truck and hose them right off. They're fantastic. I'm so glad I got these floor liners. It was one of the first things I picked. And the coverage on the floor of this expensive truck needed to be covered better than what was offered with the stock 1794 mats. It blew my mind when I put them next to each other to see how much more coverage the Lasfit floor liners gave to this truck. And once again, they form right up into the footwell, up against the side rail near the door, so you don't get anything under them. They're easy to clean. So if you're interested in Lasfit floor liners, make sure you go down in the description of this video, hit my custom link, and then use promo code TundraDude34 to save 15%. You won't be disappointed. That's one of the best things I've added to this truck. So with the hate of the stock floor mats, there is some love because I got the Lasfits that cover the floor and will save the rug of this $71,000 truck better than the stock floor mats. This is something you guys complain about. I see a lot on the forums. I read the forums all the time. I don't comment a lot, but I'm always reading. A lot of people talk about gas pedal hesitation with the new generation Toyota Tundra. I dealt with that quite a bit in the 2022 that I had, but in this 2024, it's not as bad. I think I've just gotten good at learning how to roll onto the pedal to avoid hesitation. And the next thing I say may be a placebo effect, so take it with a grain of salt. But ever since I added the AFE cold air intakes that I have in this truck, I feel like there's a lot less of that hesitation. I never had it terribly like some people talk about in the forums and on my messaging and, you know, in my comments, but I have experienced it a little. It's kind of like when you're sitting to get out onto a road and cars are coming, but you got some room and you hit the pedal and go. It doesn't go right away. So I learned how to roll onto the pedal nice, and I just feel like, again, could be placebo effect. Ever since I put in these cold air intakes, it just seems that the response is there a lot better, and I don't deal with it at all. But it's something to note. Here's an interesting one I've never heard anybody say about the new generation Toyota Tundra and the things they like and dislike about this truck. The center console infotainment area where the cup holders are, it just doesn't make a lot of sense when it comes to space. You got your gear shifter, you got your drive mode select, you got your 4x4 area to switch from two-wheel drive to four-wheel drive. You got your cup holders. But in the higher trim Toyota Tundras, you have this door that goes over the cup holders when you're not using them. And I just feel like it's unnecessary. I would think that many owners do not cover their cup holders. And because of that, you have this area to the side where it just doesn't get used. It's useless space. Now, for me to put my wallet and my phone down here and a coffee, whatever, no big deal. But when you get a second person in here, it could get kind of tight, kind of quick. I wish they would just get rid of this door that goes over the cup holders, get rid of all that, and then you'll have this area to the right side of the cup holders that can hold a lot more stuff, or take the cup holders and move them to where they're next to each other instead of, you know, on top and on the bottom, and then you'll have even more of an area. But I would think a lot of people that own these higher trim Toyota Tundras don't cover their cup holders that much, so that is just useless space. Get rid of that door, open up the space a little bit, and everything would be good. Okay, I'm sure you could see my next dislike in this truck. I don't know if you could see me sweating. I've been sitting in this truck now for quite a while. Air conditioning power is bad in this truck. I turn the AC on, no matter what I do, it takes forever for the temperature to get down to where it needs to be. Now, one thing I tried was, okay, don't put the power all the way up, put the power down to like, 2 or 3 notches, and, you know, don't overwork the truck giving you cold air. But still, I've been in this truck a while now. The AC has been on the entire time I've been in this truck. In fact, before I came out here, I did the remote start to kind of cool the truck down a little bit, and it is still an oven in here and I'm sweating profusely. As you drive the truck, the AC starts to be a lot better, but in the beginning, wow, it's just the AC has never been good in any new generation Toyota Tundra that I've driven. The heat is fine, but the AC and the cool air is just, it's just not there until you get down the road a little bit. When I put my hand over the vent, it's cool, but it's not cold like it should be. I have my digital readout here set to 65 degrees on my dual zone automatic climate control, and by now I should be feeling more cool air than this. So once you get down the road, it gets nice and cold and chilly in here, but for the first little while, not so good. So those are my 9 hates of this truck, which again, there's a lot more good than bad the way I feel about this truck. Make sure you go check out the video. The link will be at the end for the loves, the things I love about the truck. But there is one more bonus one. And I didn't want to put this into the hate about the truck because it's not necessarily about the truck, but it's something that drives me nuts. It's kind of like the premium auto leveling headlights. I love it so much that I'm going to hate when it changes. And that is the Toyota app subscription system. When you buy these trucks, you start using the Toyota app to work the truck, and some things expire. It's free in the beginning, but then some things expire after a year, some things longer than that. But in this interval, you'll start to lose stuff, and then you have to pay for it in a subscription basis. I don't know. I love the app. I love being able to remote start with the app, and I know you could do the key fob and everything, but I can see all this information in the app about the Tundra. I can see where it is at all times. It gives me warnings if I leave a window down or a door unlocked. I love the app, but in September, some stuff on this app is going to go away, and I'm going to have to pay for it if I want it. And it's not that the payment per month is so much. It's more of the principle of expensive truck, and I don't want to have to pay a subscription for the app. And I know all the automotive brands do this now. This isn't just like a Toyota thing, but it's one thing that blows my mind. You made me fall in love with the app and the convenience of it, and the lock and the auto start and seeing information on the truck, and I could schedule service through it, and I could see the recalls that are on it and all this stuff. I love the app, but now all of that love is gonna, go away in a year unless I pay for it. So as a bonus, I wish all of these apps that come with all of these different cars and trucks from all the brands would just not give a subscription service. It'd be like, hey, thanks for paying 71 grand. Enjoy that remote start for free forever. Enjoy that app to know all the information about your truck for free forever. That's what I wish. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Not crazy stuff. Again, I want you to know, I love this truck. I'm very happy I got it. No regrets. The 3.4 liter twin turbo V6 engine is nice and powerful. The technology in here is great. If you go watch the video I filmed yesterday, part 1, things I love, you will see the things that, I absolutely love about this truck and why I think it's an amazing truck, and I would totally buy one again. But these are my nitpicky things that over the first 10,000 miles, I wrote down. So I wanted to let you guys know. If you are an owner of a new generation Toyota Tundra, go down in the comments and let me know your pros and cons. If you are someone looking at a Toyota Tundra, let me know what your thoughts are and what you're interested in as far as trim and packaging. Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok at TundraDude34, TundraDude34 @gmail.com. You guys have a great day. Be safe and be well.